The sun was setting, casting a warm golden glow over the small town of Maplewood. Emma sat on her porch, staring at the fading light as it danced across the trees. It was beautiful, but it didn't fill the emptiness she felt inside. Her best friend, Mia, had moved away 4 months ago, and each day without her had been a struggle. Emma and Mia had shared everything. They laughed together, cried over heartaches, and spent countless afternoons dreaming about their future. But now there was a distance between them it felt impossible to cross. Emma often picked up her phone, her fingers hovering over Mia's name, but she hesitated. What could she say? Hey, I miss you? It felt so inadequate. The evenings were the hardest. Emma would sit on the porch, sipping her tea, wishing she could hear Mia's laughter echoing in the quiet. She remembered their last day together. They had promised to stay in touch, but the reality of distance had made those promises feel fragile. One evening, as the stars began to twinkle in the sky, Emma decided she couldn't wait any longer. She needed to reach out. Taking a deep breath, she finally texted Mia, *, "Hey, I was just thinking about you. How are you doing?" *, after a few minutes, her phone buzzed. It was Mia, *, "I'm good. Just busy settling in. Miss you so much." Emma felt a warm glow spread through her chest. They were still connected, even if it was just through messages. They exchanged texts back and forth, sharing updates about their lives. Emma felt a flicker of hope as they talked about planning a visit, but as the days turned into weeks, Emma's heart sank again. Mia was busy with her new job and new friends. Emma felt like she was just a distant memory, a shadow from her past. She tried to be understanding, but deep down, she longed for the closeness they once had. One afternoon, Emma found herself wandering through the local park, a place that had held so many memories of laughter and friendship. She sat on their favorite bench, the one under the old oak tree, and closed her eyes. She could almost hear Mia's voice, the way it would bubble over with excitement when they talked about their dreams. Why can't I just reach out more? Emma thought. Why does it feel so hard? As the days passed, she noticed a change within herself. The sadness didn't disappear, but it transformed into a determination. She decided she would do everything she could to reconnect with Mia. One weekend, Emma started planning. She gathered photos from their time together, reminders of the bond they shared. She created a scrapbook, filling it with memories and messages that captured their friendship. It was a labor of love, but it filled her heart with joy. When she finished, she carefully packed the scrapbook and wrote a heartfelt letter to Mia, expressing her feelings and how much she missed her. She included a note suggesting that Mia should come visit. "We can make new memories," she wrote. With the scrapbook in hand, Emma went to the post office. As she mailed the package, she felt a wave of hope wash over her. She had taken a step towards reconnecting, and it felt empowering. Days turned into a week, and Emma found herself checking her phone constantly, waiting for a response. Finally, she received a message from Mia. "I got your package. This is amazing. I miss you so much. Let's plan a visit soon." Emma's heart soared. They set a date for Mia to come home, and suddenly the world felt brighter. Emma spent the days leading up to the visit preparing everything. She decorated her house, planned meals, and even bought some of Mia's favorite snacks. The day finally arrived, and Emma was a bundle of nerves and excitement. When Mia stepped off the bus, Emma ran to her, enveloping her in a tight hug. It felt like no time had passed at all. "Welcome back," Emma exclaimed, tears of joy brimming in her eyes. They spent the weekend catching up, reliving old memories, and creating new ones. They laughed until their sides hurt and shared deep conversations under the stars. Emma realized how much she had missed this connection, the feeling of being understood and loved Dot as they sat together on the porch one night. Emma looked at Mia and said, "I was so scared we'd drift apart, but I'm so glad we're back together." Mia smiled, her eyes shining. "Distance doesn't change what we have. You're my best friend, even when we're far apart." In that moment, Emma understood something important. Relationships take work, and it's okay to feel distant sometimes. What mattered was the willingness to reach out and bridge that gap. Dot, as the stars twinkled above them, Emma felt a sense of peace. She knew that no matter where life took them, their friendship would always endure. The next day, as Mia prepared to leave, Emma hugged her tightly. "Promise me we'll keep in touch, no matter what." "Of course," Mia replied. "And I'll be back soon. We have so much more to do together." As Mia waved goodbye, Emma felt a sense of hope for the future. She knew that their bond was strong enough to withstand any distance. Sitting on the porch, Emma looked out at the sunset, feeling grateful for the rekindled friendship. She realized that love and connection could conquer distance, and no matter what, she would always protect her friendships fiercely. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, she whispered to the universe, "I'll protect my children, human, and I'll be yours tonight." Emma sat at her kitchen table, staring blankly at the cup of tea in front of her. It was a chilly Saturday morning, and the world outside her window was covered in a blanket of white snow. It was beautiful, but inside she felt lost. It had been a month since Maya had moved away, and the distance between them felt heavier every day. They had been inseparable for years, sharing secrets, laughter, and dreams. But now, with Mia living in a different city, Emma often felt like a piece of her heart was missing. She missed their late-night talks, the silly things they would do together, and the comfort of knowing Mia was just a few minutes away. After Mia left, they had promised to keep in touch. They exchanged texts and occasional phone calls, but Emma couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing. Each time she picked up her phone, doubt crept in. What should she say? Would Mia still want to talk? One evening, Emma sat on the couch, scrolling through her phone. She saw a picture of Mia at a new cafe, smiling brightly with her new friends. Emma's heart sank. It was great that Mia was happy, but she couldn't help feeling left out. "I wish I could be there with you," she whispered to the screen, feeling a lump in her throat. After a few days of feeling this way, Emma decided she couldn't let the distance win. She needed to do something to reconnect. But what? The thought of reaching out felt overwhelming. She didn't want to bother Mia or make her feel guilty for moving away. That weekend, Emma took a walk in the park, hoping the fresh air would clear her mind. As she strolled along the snowy path, she remembered their countless walks together, sharing stories and dreams. Suddenly, a thought struck her. What if she planned a visit? Emma's heart raced at the idea. She could surprise Mia. But then doubt crept in again. What if she's too busy with her new life, she thought. What if she doesn't want me to visit? After thinking it over, Emma decided she had to try. She quickly made her way home, grabbed her laptop, and started researching flights to Mia's city. The more she looked, the more excited she became. Finally, she found a good deal for a flight in 2 weeks. With a flutter of excitement in her chest, Emma booked the ticket. She couldn't wait to see Mia and remind her how much she meant to her. But the closer the date got, the more nervous Emma became. What if Mia had changed? What if their friendship wasn't the same? 2 weeks later, Emma packed her bag with care, making sure to include a few small gifts for Mia: a cozy scarf, a framed photo of them together, and a handwritten letter expressing how much she missed her. As she boarded the plane, she felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. When the plane landed, Emma's heart raced. She had made it. As she stepped off the plane, and into the bustling airport, she felt a rush of determination. This was her chance to reconnect. Emma took a taxi to Mia's new apartment. The ride felt long, her mind racing with memories and hopes. When the taxi finally stopped, she took a deep breath and walked up to the building. She stood outside the door for a moment, her heart pounding. Could she really do this? Gathering her courage, Emma knocked on the door. She heard footsteps approaching, and her heart raced. When the door opened, Mia stood there, her eyes wide with disbelief. "Emma, what are you doing here?" she exclaimed, her face lighting up with joy. Emma felt a wave of relief wash over her. "Surprise! I wanted to see you." They embraced tightly, and Emma felt all her worries melt away. Mia invited her inside, and they quickly fell into easy conversation. It felt like no time had passed at all. They spent the evening catching up, sharing stories about their lives, and laughing at old memories. As they settled on the couch, Emma looked at Mia and said, "I've missed you so much. I felt so distant after you moved away." Mia nodded, her eyes shining with understanding. "I've missed you too. It's been hard adjusting to everything here. I didn't realize how much I relied on you being nearby." Emma felt a wave of relief. "I was worried you'd forget about me, or that our friendship would change." Mia shook her head. "No way. You're my best friend. Nothing can change that." They spent the next few days exploring the city together. After Mia left, Emma felt a mix of happiness and sadness. Their weekend together had reminded her of how important their friendship was. But now that Mia was gone again, the loneliness settled back in. The house felt quieter without Mia's laughter. Echoing through it, and the evenings stretched endlessly. Emma often found herself staring at her phone, wishing she could reach out to Mia more than just through texts. They had promised to keep in touch, but Emma wondered if she was doing enough. Each time she picked up her phone, a wave of doubt washed over her. What if Mia was too busy? What if she didn't want to talk? One rainy afternoon, Emma sat curled up on the couch, a blanket wrapped around her. She thought about how much she missed their late-night talks and spontaneous adventures. The rain tapped against the window, mirroring her feelings of longing. Suddenly, an idea sparked in her mind. "What if I planned a surprise visit?" she thought excitedly. "I could show up and surprise her. It would be amazing." Emma jumped up, her heart racing with excitement. She quickly grabbed her laptop and began searching for flights to Mia's new city. As she clicked through options, she felt a sense of purpose. This was her chance to reconnect, to remind Mia how much their friendship meant to her. After a bit of searching, Emma found a reasonably priced flight for the following weekend. She booked it, her heart pounding with anticipation. She could hardly wait to see Mia's face when she arrived. Over the next few days, Emma planned every detail of her surprise. She would stay for a long weekend, allowing them plenty of time to catch up. She even made a list of all the places they used to visit together, thinking of all the memories they could recreate. As the days passed, excitement bubbled inside her. Emma packed her bag carefully, making sure to bring a few little gifts for Mia, a framed photo of their recent weekend together, and a couple of small trinkets that reminded her of their shared moments. Finally, the day of the trip arrived. Emma woke up early, her heart racing with a mix of nerves and excitement. She made her way to the airport, imagining the look on Mia's face when she saw her. It felt like a magical adventure was about to begin. When she arrived at Mia's city, Emma took a deep breath, trying to calm her racing heart. She followed the map on her phone to Mia's new apartment. As she walked, she felt a sense of hope. She was taking action to bridge the distance between them. Finally, she reached the building. It was a tall, modern structure, so different from their quiet town. Emma's heart raced as she stepped inside and took the elevator to Mia's floor. She stood outside the door, her hand hovering over the doorbell dot. With a deep breath, she pressed the button. Moments later, she heard footsteps approaching. Emma's heart pounded in her chest. When the door swung open, Mia stood there, her eyes wide with shock and joy. "Emma!" Mia exclaimed, her face lighting up. "What are you doing here?" Emma beamed, stepping forward to pull Mia into a tight hug. "Surprise! I wanted to see you." They both laughed, and Mia's eyes sparkled with happiness. "I can't believe you came. This is amazing." The two friends spent the evening catching up. Emma shared stories of life back home, and Mia filled her in on her new city. They cooked dinner together, just like old times, laughing and reminiscing as they worked side by side in the kitchen dot as they sat down to eat. Emma felt a warmth spread through her heart. The distance that had once felt so heavy now seemed to melt away. It was as if no time had passed at all. After dinner, they decided to take a walk around Mia's neighborhood. The city was alive with lights and sounds, and Emma felt an infectious energy in the air. They explored small shops and cafes, just like they used to. As they walked, Emma couldn't help but express her feelings. "I've missed you so much." "Mia, I felt so lost without you." Mia smiled softly. "I missed you too. It's been hard adjusting, but knowing you care means everything to me." They found a park and sat on a bench, watching the stars twinkle above them. Emma looked at Mia and said, "I realize that even if we're far apart, I want to make the effort. You're too important to lose." Mia nodded, her eyes glistening. "I feel the same way. We might be in different places, but that doesn't mean we can't stay close. We just have to try." The conversation flowed easily, and Emma felt lighter than she had in months. They talked about their goals, dreams, and the future. Emma shared her hope of starting a new project at work, and Mia talked about her plans to travel. As the night wore on, Emma felt a profound sense of connection. She realized that friendships take effort, but they also require vulnerability and honesty. It was okay to feel distant sometimes, but it was essential to reach out and reconnect. The next day, they visited some of Mia's favorite spots. Emma took pictures, capturing every moment. They laughed, shared stories, and enjoyed being together again. Emma felt grateful for the chance to bridge the gap that distance had created. As their time together drew to a close, Emma knew that this visit had strengthened their bond. They had faced the distance head on, and it brought them closer than before. On the last night of her visit, Emma and Mia sat on the porch, watching the sunset. Emma turned to Mia and said, "Promise me we'll keep this up. I want to be part of your life, no matter where we are." "I promise," Mia replied, her smile radiant. "We'll make it work. You're my best friend, and nothing can change that." As Emma prepared to leave the next day, she felt a sense of peace. She had taken the leap to reconnect, and it had paid off. Distance didn't have to mean the end of their friendship. It could be a challenge they faced together. They hugged tightly at the airport, both knowing that their bond was now stronger than ever. Emma watched as Mia waved goodbye, her heart full of hope. Sitting on the plane, Emma smiled to herself. She had taken action to protect her friendship, and it had brought them closer. No matter the distance, she would always fight to keep their connection alive. As she closed her eyes, she whispered to herself, "I'll protect my children, human, and I'll be yours tonight." After Emma returned home from her surprise visit with Mia, she felt invigorated and hopeful. Their time together had reminded her of the power of friendship, and she was determined to keep the connection alive. However, reality soon set in, and the distance began to weigh on her again. Back in Maplewood, life resumed its ordinary rhythm. Emma went to work, met her family, and spent time with other friends, but her thoughts often drifted to Mia. She missed their late-night talks and the spontaneous adventures they used to have. The quiet evenings felt lonely without her best friend nearby. One Saturday, Emma decided she needed to do something about it. She sat down with her notebook and started brainstorming ways to stay connected with Mia. I can't let distance win, she thought. She wrote down ideas like video calls, sending care packages, and planning future visits. Emma picked up her phone and opened her messages with Mia. They had been texting regularly since her visit, but she wanted to deepen their connection. She typed out a message. Asterisk. Hey, I was thinking we should schedule a weekly video call. It would be nice to see your face. Asterisk. She hit send and waited. A few moments later, Mia replied with enthusiasm. Asterisk. Yes, that sounds great. Let's pick a day and time that works for both of us. Asterisk. Emma felt a rush of excitement. They settled on Thursday evenings, a time when they both had a free hour. Knowing they would have a regular time to catch up filled Emma with joy. She marked it on her calendar, counting down the days. As the first call approached, Emma felt nervous. She wanted everything to be perfect, so she cleaned her apartment and made sure she looked nice. Finally, the time arrived, and she logged into the video call. When Mia's face appeared on the screen, Emma's heart swelled. Hey, you look great, she said, grinning widely. Mia laughed, her eyes sparkling. You too. It's so good to see you. They spent the hour catching up, sharing stories about their weeks and laughing at inside jokes. Emma felt the distance melting away as they talked. It was like they were sitting together on the porch again, just like old times. After their call, Emma felt a renewed sense of hope. This was how they could stay connected, despite the miles between them. She knew that it wouldn't always be easy, but they were both committed to making it work. Over the next few weeks, Emma and Mia continued their video calls. They started to plan future visits too. Emma learned that Mia wanted to visit during the summer, and they began discussing all the fun things they could do together. One day, while Emma was at work, she saw a news article about a local festival coming up in Maplewood. It was the perfect event for Mia to visit. Emma quickly sent a message to Mia. Asterisk. There's a festival in my town next month. You should come. It will be so much fun. Mia replied almost instantly. I'd love that. I'll look for flights right now. Asterisk. The thought of seeing Mia again filled Emma with excitement. She began planning their weekend, thinking about all the things they could do at the festival. She wanted to show Mia just how much she had missed her. As the festival weekend approached, Emma felt a mix of anticipation and nerves. She spent the week preparing, making lists of things to do and places to visit. When the day finally arrived, she woke up early, her heart racing with excitement. As winter settled over Maplewood, Emma found herself feeling a familiar chill in her heart. The holidays were approaching, a time usually filled with joy and laughter, but this year felt different. With Mia living so far away, Emma couldn't shake the feeling of loneliness that clung to her like the cold air outside. After Mia's last visit, Emma had hoped things would feel easier. They had made plans to continue their weekly video calls, but as the weeks passed, life got busier for both of them. Emma found herself working longer hours, and Mia was adjusting to her new job. Their calls became less frequent, and Emma felt the distance creeping back in. One particularly cold evening, Emma sat by the window, staring at the falling snow. She picked up her phone and scrolled through old photos of her and Mia. They were laughing, smiling, and carefree. I miss you so much, she whispered to herself, feeling a lump in her throat. Determined not to let their friendship fade, Emma decided to take action. She thought about what she could do to bring them closer, even from afar. As she sat there, an idea began to form. What if I send Mia a surprise holiday package? She thought excitedly. Something that reminds her of our time together. Emma grabbed her notebook and started writing a list of items to include. She wanted to make it personal, filled with memories and love. She wrote down their favorite snacks, a cozy blanket, and even a small ornament for her Christmas tree something they could hang together during the holidays. As she shopped for the items, Emma felt a spark of hope. She imagined Mia opening the package, her face lighting up with joy. This would be a way to show Mia how much she cared, despite the distance. Once everything was ready, Emma carefully packed the box. She included a handwritten letter, pouring her heart into every word. She wrote about how much she missed their time together and how important their friendship was to her. With the package sealed and labeled, she rushed to the post office, excitement bubbling inside her. A few days later, Emma received a message from Mia. Asterisk, I got your package. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Asterisk, Emma's heart soared. She couldn't wait to hear what Mia thought about everything she had sent. They decided to schedule a video call that weekend, and Emma spent the days leading up to it eagerly anticipating their conversation. When the day arrived, Emma set up her laptop in her living room, making sure everything was perfect. As soon as Mia's face appeared on the screen, Emma felt a wave of warmth. Hey, you look so happy, Mia said, beaming. I am. Did you like everything? Emma asked, her excitement bubbling over. I loved it. The blanket is so cozy, and the snacks? Oh my gosh. You know me too well, Mia laughed. And the ornament is perfect. I can't wait to hang it on my tree. Emma felt a sense of relief wash over her. Their connection was still strong, and seeing Mia's happiness made everything worthwhile. They talked for hours, sharing stories about their lives, discussing their holiday plans, and even making some fun ones for the future. As they chatted, Emma realized how important it was to keep the spirit of their friendship alive. They talked about the new year and how they wanted to make it special, vowing to visit each other more often. But as the conversation continued, Emma noticed a change in Mia's expression. Is everything okay? Emma asked, concerned. Mia sighed, looking a bit downcast. It's just the holidays can be tough, you know? I miss home. I miss you. I thought being here would be exciting, but it just feels so lonely without my friends. Emma's heart ached for her best friend. She understood that feeling all too well. I miss you too, Mia, but we'll get through this together. We just have to keep reaching out and supporting each other. Mia smiled faintly. You're right. I just wish I could be there with you. Suddenly, a thought struck Emma. What? If we planned a virtual holiday celebration, she suggested. We can cook together, watch movies, and even exchange gifts over video. Mia's eyes brightened. That sounds amazing. I would love that. They spent the rest of the call planning their virtual holiday celebration. Emma made a list of recipes they could cook together, and they agreed to make it a night to remember. They would wear matching holiday sweaters, bake cookies, and even play games online. As the days passed, Emma felt a renewed sense of purpose. She wanted to make this celebration special, something they could both cherish. She decorated her house with lights and ornaments, filling the space with warmth and holiday cheer. When the day of their virtual celebration arrived, Emma was buzzing with excitement. She set up her laptop in the living room, ensuring everything was just right. She wore her favorite holiday sweater and even made some festive cookies to share with Mia. When they finally logged into the video call, Emma's heart raced. Happy holidays, she exclaimed. Happy holidays. Mia replied, her smile brightening the screen. You look great. They spent the evening cooking together, laughing and reminiscing as they prepared their meals. Emma felt a sense of joy that had been missing for too long. The distance between them seemed to fade as they shared this experience. After they completed their cooking, they sat down to enjoy their meals. They raised their glasses for a toast, celebrating their friendship and the joy of being together, even if it was through a screen. "Here's to us," Emma said, her heart full. "May our friendship always be strong, no matter the distance." "Cheers to that," Mia replied, her eyes sparkling as they finished their cookies and exchanged gifts over the video call. Emma felt a wave of gratitude. They had faced the challenges of distance together, and their bond had only grown stronger. When the night came to an end, Emma felt a sense of peace. She had taken action to reconnect with Mia, and it had made all the difference. They had created new memories that would carry them through the toughest times. As they said their goodbyes, Mia looked at Emma and said, "Thank you for always being there for me. You're truly the best friend I could ever ask for." Emma smiled, her heart swelling with warmth. "And you're the best friend I could ever have. I'll always protect our friendship, no matter what." As they ended the call, Emma took a deep breath, feeling hopeful for the future. She knew that distance would always be a challenge, but together they could face anything. That night, as Emma lay in bed, she whispered to herself, "I'll protect my children, human, and I'll be yours tonight." After her heartfelt visit with Mia, Emma returned to Maplewood feeling revitalized. Their time together had reminded her that true friendship could endure any distance. However, as the weeks passed, Emma found herself struggling to maintain that connection. The hustle and bustle of daily life began to pull her away from her commitment to reach out. Emma was busy with work, and the cold winter days made her want to stay indoors, wrapped in blankets. Even though she texted Mia occasionally, it wasn't the same as their long talks. She often thought of how much she missed her friend and felt a pang of sadness. One evening, Emma decided to take a walk in the snow-covered park. The air was crisp, and the quiet beauty of the winter landscape calmed her mind. As she walked, she thought about how to keep their friendship alive. "I need to do more," she realized. "I can't let this fade away again." An idea sparked in her mind. What if she organized a virtual game night? They used to play games together all the time, and it would be a fun way to reconnect. Emma rushed home, excitement bubbling inside her. She quickly sent Mia a message. "Hey, how about a virtual game night this weekend? Just like old times." Mia responded almost immediately. "That sounds awesome. I'm in." Emma felt a wave of relief. They were both excited about the idea, and she began planning the details. She picked out some of their favorite games and even prepared snacks for herself. The night of the game, Emma set up her living room, making it cozy with blankets and lights. She made popcorn and arranged her favorite candies on the table. When it was time, she logged into the video call, her heart racing with anticipation. "Hey, there you are." Mia's face lit up the screen, and Emma couldn't help but smile. "Hi. I'm so ready to win," Emma joked, and they both laughed as they played games. Emma felt the distance between them dissolve. They shared stories, teased each other, and laughed at their silly mistakes. It was as if they were sitting side by side again, just like old times. After a few rounds of games, Emma took a moment to catch her breath. "I really needed this, Mia. I miss you so much," she said, her voice sincere. "I miss you too, Emma," Mia replied. "It's so nice to feel connected again. I've been feeling a bit lonely here, to be honest." Emma felt a pang of empathy. "I get it. I've been feeling the same way, especially during the long winter nights. But I realize that we can create our own fun, no matter where we are." They continued playing, and as the night went on, they shared more than just laughs. They talked about their goals and dreams, their fears, and what they wanted for the future. Emma opened up about feeling overwhelmed at work, while Mia admitted she was struggling to find her place in a new city. "I've been thinking about taking a class or trying something new," Mia said. "I want to meet people and feel more at home here." Emma nodded, inspired by Mia's determination. "That's a great idea. You've always been brave when it comes to new chaw."